Hello, everyone. I am Joseph Vitello, the senior class president. Will everyone please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now please remain standing for the national anthem sung by Haley Gant.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's bright glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Melissa McCooley, Superintendent. The staff at the Pinelands Regional School District have worked tirelessly to make this event memorable for our graduates and their families. I would like to extend my sincerest thank you to each and every one of them. I would also like to thank the board members, Rachel Harper and August Dalio, for joining us today. It has been an extensive journey getting to this point, to say the very least. Fortunately, your journey in life is just beginning. Take the lessons you have learned as a Wildcat and make a significant impact on the world. In such an uneasy time period, your tenacity and perseverance is a tool that will ensure success in your endeavors. As I have stated numerous times, I am extremely proud of all of you. Through it all, you remained optimistic and never succumbed to the negative wrath continually conveyed in the media. I have never been prouder to be a Wildcat, and you should feel the same way. Now is the time to move forward. The world needs you. Congratulations to the class of 2020. You are amazing. And now, Principal Troy Henderson.
Welcome, graduates, families, and friends. Thank you, Dr. McCooley and Class President Joseph Vitello, Haley Gant, for opening our ceremony. Obviously, this is not a traditional graduation ceremony, but this hasn't been a traditional school year. While my first year as principal of the high school didn't go according to plan, I would not have traded this opportunity to meet these amazing young men and women for anything. Over the years, they have demonstrated a grace and a maturity beyond their years. They have leaned on each other, lifted each other up, laughed, and learned together, always making the best of any situation. They are an inspiration, and I am honored to recognize them today. Let's give them a round of applause. At this time, I would like to acknowledge our top academic students. If you are in this graduation ceremony and you hear your name, please stand up. Number 10, Elizabeth Ann Makar. Number 9, Adam D'Ambrosio. Number 8, Madeline Johnston. Number 7, Dana Scapati. Number 6, Jenna Lynn DeSimone. Number 5, Samantha Klein. Number 4, Sharon Elizabeth Benson. And number 3, Jessica Catherine Paul. Congratulations. You may be seated. Now please welcome our salutatorian, Brittany Nicole DeFeo.
Screw this step, right? Hello, everyone. I'm Brittany DeFeo, and I'm honored to be here before you to give a commencement speech. First and foremost, I'd like to thank everyone who supported us throughout our high school career and has made Pinelands Regional unforgettable. Parents, friends, faculty, academic adjudicators, administration, alumni, maintenance, and student resource officers. All of these individuals make up the community that inspires us to believe in the improbable. We thank you and we love you. Most importantly, I'd like to show gratitude to God, who has been my hope, strength, and salvation. Now, to my fellow graduates, allow me to take you through the unimaginable expedition of our times as Wildcats. The year is 2017. We're nervous, eager, excited. We've longed to be a part of high school, and we were finally there. Though anxious as sophomores, we started getting the hang of things until our school got shut down for the first of many times. Our routine involved going to school for 4 hours and posing for the news reporters right after dismissal. Who knew asbestos was that intriguing? For most of us, split sessions brought experience, and for some of us, it meant stage 1 senioritis. By grade 11, we were doubtful and pessimistic. Who wants to spend their junior year of high school in a rented trailer? At least the fights every day made our stay at the middle school a little less mundane. Even if we were sometimes divided, we were still united in school together as a class. Fast forward to our senior year. We were finally back in the building where we began our journey. But with every new beginning comes new ends. Here comes the last first day, the last day, the last homecoming and prom, the last high school play, sports game, and assembly. Even things that some of us were looking forward to all throughout our high school career, such as senior trip. A plethora of things that were very dear to us were canceled. Just short of 3 months before finishing came Friday, March 13th, which would come to be our last day of high school. We could say our struggle truly was a Friday the 13th nightmare. The last 3 months are supposed to be the most fun, the most exciting. Months that were torn away from us, but that doesn't mean that our class is any less united than the previous years. Just because things are a little different right now doesn't mean that all the memories we made fade away. Mark these words. COVID-19 will not stand in the way of your hopes and dreams. Things will improve, and so will you. Graduating in the midst of a global pandemic is all new to us, but the accommodations made for the class of 20 will not go unnoticed. While most of us finished strong, others have not logged into Google Classroom since March. A lack of success only becomes failure when you allow it to defeat you. Failure is something to learn from, not run from. High school does not define you and your truest potential. Being named a person who performs best on their test is a good example of how someone can be both a winner and a loser at the same time. All this means is I was good at taking assignments, but that by no means makes me any better than the rest. Pride is the burden of a foolish person. Never allow your ego to be bigger than your heart. Graduation is not defined by a cap, a gown, or a sheet of paper, but the significance it possesses. A graduation ceremony, also called commencement, literally means the mark of a new beginning. This is our initiation into the real world. We are going to be walking into the real world. Not the real world like our first day of high school or our first AP exam, but the real world where we are going to be the only ones to look out for ourselves. For the last 18 years, each fall has come a hand to pick us up. With each stumble comes someone to push us forward. The comfortable safety net of our youth ends now. Behind you are all your memories, and before you are all your dreams. There are many things I don't know. I don't know what hardships you've overcome to get to our graduation day, but there's one thing I know beyond a shadow of a doubt. Dreams last forever, but time does not. Prohibit yourself from being a follower, fuel your passion, and fulfill your mission by an insatiable desire to be the best version of yourself. There's no better time than now. Despite the odds, we still managed to graduate. My advice to you all is this: don't focus on the fun that we could have had, but rather on the opportunities and experiences that await us in our upcoming lives. From the bottom of my heart, I wish you all the very, very best. Congratulations, class of 2020. Once Wildcat, always a Wildcat. You want to take a picture?
Thank you, Brittany, and congratulations. I would now like to introduce our class of 2020 valedictorian, Rachel Nicole Germain.
I would like to begin by congratulating my fellow classmates of the class of 2020. We did it. We made it through the 4 years of education that is high school. Oftentimes people ask, does high school teach students what they really need to know? Do we leave with the knowledge necessary to take on the next chapter of our lives? Well, I don't know if every high school fully prepares their students for the future, but I've come to the conclusion that we, the Pinelands class of 2020, have more than enough knowledge to launch us into the next part of our lives. Now, I'm not talking specifically about academic knowledge, though I do believe we also have that, but we have acquired some special life skills that I think not everyone realizes we have. I've always heard students and teachers say, this is the best class, and I truly believe that we are. This group of over 200 students is the most amazing, accepting group I've ever seen. Athletes are friends with thespians, who are friends with scholars, who are friends with musicians, and I think that's beautiful. Here, we learned how to be accepting of everyone and embrace diversity. This is a crucial lesson for our future. We've been through extraordinary circumstances, obviously. The Pinelands class of 2020 did not have one full year in the high school, but we persevered. We adapted to learn with a split schedule, we found ways to host events in the middle school last year, and we completely rearranged our lives to overcome a pandemic and learn online for the remainder of our senior year. We found ways to we lost our senior trip, prom, Mr. Pinelands, field day, powder puff, and so much more, but we all recognize the fact that we are lucky to be here and healthy, so instead of dwelling, we overcame. Here we learned how to adapt and overcome obstacles, and I think this is one of the most important lessons, because I promise, life's not gonna stop throwing us curveballs. The class of 2020 had incredible school spirit. As freshmen, we were disqualified from our first pep rally because instead of sitting in silence like most freshman classes, we threw back the things the seniors were throwing at us. So we were disqualified, which yes, isn't technically fair, but we didn't let it bother us. We had so much fun. And we continued to do this at all of the school events, including every sports event, pep rally, performance, and more, throughout our 4 years. In this, we learned to be passionate about everything we do. This passion will bring success to us all. Throughout our high school experience, we all learned to work for the things that we really wanted. I worked for my grades and to be in the position I am in now. Athletes worked for their skills, performers worked to perfect their craft, club members worked to succeed in their events and contributions. In this, we all learned that anything is possible if you work hard enough for it. Finally, on a more personal level, I learned how to balance different aspects of my life. Maintaining my grades while being in 13 clubs and activities, performing in all of the Pinelands thespian shows, working, and having a social life seemed overwhelming at times, and I know you can all relate. But I learned how to find the perfect balance so one thing didn't take up all of my energy. I think we all need to carry this lesson with us and remember to balance all of the things going on in our lives. We won't be happy if we don't. So yes, I believe this class of 2020 absolutely has all of the knowledge necessary to succeed in our futures. Now, we may not know how to do our taxes and things like that, but our social tendencies taught us to accept everyone and embrace diversity. Our extraordinary circumstances taught us to adapt and overcome. Our overwhelming school spirit taught us to be passionate about everything we do. Our dedication taught us to work hard for what we want. And finally, our involvement taught us to balance the different aspects of our lives. If we take all of these lessons with us, we have an incredible opportunity to succeed. And I know us, and I know we will do exactly that. I cannot wait to see what the future holds for each and every one of you, and I am confident that we have all of the knowledge and skills necessary to make a real change in this world. Thank you, and good luck, Wildcats.
Thank you, Rachel, and congratulations. Please welcome our senior class advisors, Ms. Leanne Lacuter and Mr. Joe Rock, for the calling of the roll. I ask that you please hold your applause until the end.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to graduation. Alexis Joanne Adams. Just pick one of those. Anthony Aguilar. Matthew C. Albanese. Morgan P. Allen. Ray Yahir Alvarez Guzman. Patrick Michael Apgar. Brittany Paige Azara. Andrew Raymond Bartlett. Didier Beaubrun. Brianna Alexandra Beebe. Sharon Elizabeth Benson. Haiti Nayeli Bertrand. Sage Tyler Birock. Charles Trevor Blight. Justin Thomas Bowen. Alyssa Jennifer Breeze. Ryan Patrick Brashan. Travis Scott Brown. Casey Stephen Bunting. Eileen Faye Cahill.
Emma Mary Capriglione. Austin James Carney. Kayla Noel Carson. Michael Scott Casey. Stephen G. Casey. Freddie Castro. Richard Castro. Miguel Chacon. Christopher Sinkunis. Joseph M. Clugston. Jonathan S. Cook. Karen Cordero. Matthew Reeves Cox. Zachary E. Kramer. Adam P. D'Ambrosio. Agostino Giovanni Dalio. Adriana E. Dansenson. Madison Dasty. Michael Robert Davies. Kiona DeCesare.
Brittany Nicole DeFeo. Thomas Lee DeFeo. Amanda Rose Delbury. Nicholas DiMartino. Tyler Demerly. Jenna Lynn DeSimone. Brenna DeVoe. Adrian Marie Dykeman. Kayla Marie DeFrancia. Alexander Lloyd Dim. Francesca DeSanzo. Jack Ryan Doyle. Rachel Eng. Emily Elizabeth English. Jordan Paige Evans. Sophia Lizette Fajardo. Anthony Michael Faldudo. Michaela M. Faldudo. Cade Farmer. Nicholas Ford.
Callie Elizabeth Fowler. Tyler Fryer. Casey Marie Fuller. Stephen Edward Gamba. Haley Youngson Gant. Rachel Nicole Germain. Connor James Giganti. Georgiana Gobasak. Branston Robert Goodwin. Richard Charles Gralla. Andrea Lynn Grant. Liliana Greeley Miscali. Julia Grace Gunn. Alyssa Hadovich. Ryland Hagan. Sophia Leanna Hamilton. Catherine Joanne Hanna. Caden Hanold. Kendrick Malik Harper. Michaela Elizabeth Hart.
Where do we? Thomas Earl Beach Hartley. Ryan M. Heim. Shane Ray Heiselmeyer. Faith Madison Hogan. Ryan Ashley Hood. Brittany Houseworth. Victoria Jean Jackson. Andrew Emil Janetz. Yasmin Johns. Logan Vincent Johnson. Matthew Paul Johnson. Colin Johnston. Madeline B. Johnston. Emily Lynn Kazuba. Michael Scott Kay. Sarah Ann Keaty. Rachel Kiesler. Lexus Ray Kelly. Caitlin Kindervater. Sarah F. King.
Reese Donald Kinney. Samantha Klein. Julia H. Kopp. Peyton Kovac. Olivia Jean Ladd. Carl Eric Lambert. David Kenneth Laney. Tristan James Lauer. Ashley Nicole Leach. Logan Edwin Lecomte. Jordan Leeds. Lacey Rin Londrigan. Juliana Lillian Evelyn Redden.
At this time, please welcome Student Government President Emily English for the turning of the tassel. Students, please rise.
My fellow graduates, please rise for the turning of the tassel. At this time, please move your tassel from the right side of your cap to the left side. The turning of the tassel symbolizes your move from high school student to high school graduate. As you move into this new stage in life, let this tassel be a reminder of your success and a symbol of hope for things to come. Congratulations, class of 2020 graduates.
I would like to thank all of you for attending. Parents, please exit the stands after the student graduates depart the field and meet them by the ticket booth. Be sure, seniors, to take your lawn signs with you as you leave. But before we dismiss, I have one last thing to say. Dr. McCooley, I certify that these students before you have met the graduation requirements mandated by the Pinelands Regional School District and the state of New Jersey. It is my greatest pleasure that I present the Pinelands Regional Class of 2020.